Welcome to the Drum Stream, episode 34. We're here with our guy Ryan Rains. How's it going, man?
What's up, man? I'm
Yeah,
good. How are you?
we're doing good. We're very excited to have Ryan this week because uh, I feel like lately I've been having a lot of people, like I've been like a long time fans, but like first time callers here, and I really
Mm.
enjoy this medium, getting to know people just as much as I do like grabbing a beer with them. Ah, there are the claps. I hit that about 30 seconds ago, so I'm gonna need to really time my punchlines here. Um, so yeah, Ryan, as we wait for people to show up, man, let me ask you a little can of corn here. What's filling your bucket lately, or your cup?
What's filling my bucket lately? Well, currently I have some iced coffee that my roommate Gabe made this morning. It's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good.
go Gabe!
Um,
Shout out Gabe.
yeah, shout out Gabe. He's outside.
Little
Um,
Kim Broccoli here.
but my Kim Broccoli. What's up, Kim?
That looks like a really
I
cool
used to
rudiment
work.
there, dude. Yeah. R. Do you do that one?
This? Wait, where do you? Wait, should I be looking at the?
Yeah, you
Hold
can
on.
see the
Let me
chat.
make sure I can see the Twitch.
Yeah. See
Okay.
the Twitchiverse over here.
Oh, hold up.
We got Kim Broccoli. R. Great rudiment.
Where?
Four stroke run.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Now I got it. What is filling my bucket
Yeah.
lately? You mean my figurative bucket? My
Yeah.
literal
Your
bucket?
your metaphoric bucket.
I have a bucket. Um, man, just been taking this week to just write songs by myself. Um, the last couple months have been really hectic in a beautiful way for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oops.
and and making a ton of music, um, producing, writing, starting to play some shows again.
Yeah, right on.
Um,
Have you
yeah,
have you been playing recently?
yeah. Did two shows with Dominic last weekend. Um, that whole camp has kind of started to return to live stuff.
Very cool.
Um, so that's starting. That's really my only like regular gig right now. Him and getting some music together with my homie Baird,
Mm.
who's a producer. Oh, now I see where the cat is.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yo.
uh,
K.
Guernica. Yep,
Guernica. What up?
Guernica.
Guernica.
Yeah, the
Excuse
homie from
my
hometown.
presentation. So yeah, man. I'm like a long time fan, first time caller here. I really love your drumming. I feel like it's I don't know. It's my dad would always tell me like just play all the right notes, and man, you just like play all the right notes in the right place, like and I don't know. I'm a big fan here, dude. So excuse my
Wow,
my fanboying from time to time, but
the feeling is so mutual.
oh, bro, thank you.
Dude, I think the last time I saw you play was at the Moroccan Lounge with Coco Columbia. It's probably like 3 years ago
Oh
or
shit.
something.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. That was a fun gig.
and holy shit, dude, you are way better at drumming than I am.
Bro, no.
Um,
No,
no,
it's all fun, you know?
but I that means a lot to what you said. I definitely idolize, yeah, drummers who play. Um, I think some of my long-standing favorite guys and girls are, pretty simple players or have kind of a niche concept that they narrow in on
Mm.
versus just like really virtuosic, shredders. So to hear
Yeah.
you say that,
Y-
I appreciate it.
Who are some of those drummers, man? Put me on to some of these people, or put our listeners on to some. They want to know. The
Yeah,
people need to know, Ryan.
yeah, totally. No, I think like growing up, when I first got really into drumming, Darren King from Mute Math
Hmm.
was like
Mute Math.
one of my biggest influences. I don't know if you know him or their music. He's not. I don't think Mute Math is even together anymore. But
Yeah,
um,
I feel that.
Darren
Mute Math.
Darren King is so sick. Do you know him?
I've heard that band, that band name from numerous people, like my whole life. But it's like I never crossed over and got into, I hear like Mute Math, I hear like Hella a lot, like from drummers, like a Zach Hill
Yeah,
type of thing, or
yeah.
like, um, I think maybe too, like, sometimes it's like Travis Barker, or it's like, depending on like when, I know when pop punk was cool. When
Yeah.
it's still cool. What am I
Well,
saying?
welcome back. It's back now. Travis Barker is having a moment right now as
Mm-hmm.
a producer. Um, but yeah, no, I listened to Blink 182 growing up too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Darren King. I mean, I did have a huge Rush phase. So Neil Peart, rest in peace.
Mm.
Um, Darren King was like he was a huge influence on me. He played like very small drum sets, like just like floor tom kick snare, and that was like the his kind of ethos of just like hit them hard.
Gotta play what you got.
Like you don't have to have a lot. Like play what you got.
Mm.
It's just like I think that stuck with me. He would also like throw his drums around. They always would play like these old, I think like Rogers or Ludwigs or Slingerlands, and they've just the bass drum head would never be on. It just was like the most like home studio like DIY vibe, and that I think that ethos has always kind of stuck with me. I've never been like super precious about gear, um,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the kind of ruggedness of that and their music and his playing was like really impactful. But I mean, yeah, Darren King, Neil Peart, um, uh, man, John Theodore from the
Yeah.
Mars Volta,
Oh.
um, the OG. He was the original drummer of the Mars Volta, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I've heard. I heard a lot of people started taking lessons with him. What's his name?
John Theodore. I think it's just Jon. I don't know
Okay.
if it has an H. Um, but yeah, I mean, you can just hear like when they changed drummers, you can hear how much the music changed,
Sure.
and for like in a good way. When Thomas Pridgen was in it, it was still really dope.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, man, I don't know.
Well,
Those,
let
well, well,
how about we dive in? We just get right to it. I got a lot of questions, but I also want to talk about the drum news a little bit here.
yeah, do your thing.
Right on the drum news. Um, this week, and in the drum news, where I try to pick 2 to 5 of the first come first serve Google drummers in the news. The first one that popped up today, you guys, really interesting. Ringo Starr, Max Weinberg, and Matt Cameron, and over 100 other musicians have united for a massive cover of the Beatles' Come Together. I don't know if anyone's ever seen the one that the Foo Fighters did. I have a local band
Yeah,
director in San Diego that got together a bunch of guitarists and they played Miserlou by Dick Dale, which you can only imagine sounded like a fucking beehive. So
oh my god.
big ups to
Oh my god.
Ringo, Max, and Matt for doing that. I would love to be a part of something like that. Like,
Is it? Are they just like in a warehouse somewhere? Just like
they're just putting on this event. Yeah, it's publicity stunt, you know.
that's
But
cool.
very cool one. I
That's cool.
definitely would love to be invited to that. So if Ringo, Max, or Matt, if you're listening, invite me and Ryan. We'll bring the rock. We promise. We won't play it too loud.
I would love. That's kind of a. Wait, is it only drummers?
It just says
in
United for a
this in
massive
this
cover, and I would assume it's like a full band. Pretty interesting though.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
and
That
this is yeah,
be a
boom boom.
train wreck, dude.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous. Um,
Yeah.
so next on this list here, Stuart Copeland, you guys plays has started kind of doing like a symphony tour. Um, he just did this recently with San Diego Symphony, but the article that I found says it's the first time playing with the Milwaukee Symphony at their new venue, so that's cool. They're playing hits like like a bunch of Police songs, like Roxanne, "Don't Stand So Close to Me," "Message in a Bottle," you know. So um,
Yeah,
that's cool. I would love to see Stuart Copeland play with the symphony, or anyone, any of my favorite drummers play with the symphony. Um,
yeah, that's sick.
have you ever seen any like trio plus symphony gigs, or like I haven't quite seen like a because
I've
it
seen,
yeah.
yeah, I've seen some jazz stuff,
Mhm. Mhm.
like a jazz combo with strings or,
Sure.
but I'm trying to think if I've seen something like that. I don't know if I have live.
I feel like the closest you get is like Metropole Orchestra big band
Yeah,
records or something.
yeah, yeah.
Or like you have to
No, I
go
mean
into like
they definitely they have that down to a science.
yeah, right. And lastly, I guess this was news, which is funny, but PDP has finally gotten a hip and started a dedicated PDP YouTube channel. So go follow PDP because the CX
What are we
series White
doing?
Onyx was my first drum kit.
Wow. What are we doing on this stream when we could be binging PDP
If
YouTube content right now?
Yeah, if we raise enough money, you guys, if we crank our snares enough, I'll be able to get a new computer and we'll be able just to binge watch PDP YouTube videos instead of rocking my 2017 MacBook Pro to its gills over here. Um, so that does conclude the drum news for this week. Hope everyone enjoyed that. We got 6 of y'all in here. Make sure you say what up, and if you have any questions for Ryan, please ask at will, and we'll get
Yeah,
to you in the order in which it
drop
was
these in.
received. He's an open book, you guys. So, but I'm gonna start off with my first question, which is always my first question, being how did you start playing music?
Uh,
Loaded question.
yeah, tons of stuff there. I think my dad got me an electric guitar when I was like 4 or 5, and I very casually played it. I'll say this: I played one string only. I never played more than one string. Um, and then what was next? Yeah, I didn't get really serious. They didn't get me lessons or anything. It really started um, when I was 9. My parents like forced me to take piano lessons,
Mm.
and I studied piano until I like left for college. And I hated practicing, but I loved making songs, and I loved my piano teacher. Shout out Alice Allen. She's my life giver at this point.
Wow! Shout out Allison. Love that story.
Alice Alice Allen. Allison's actually my sister's name,
Oh, Alice.
but
Alice
but
Allen. Shout out.
yeah, no, I started playing drums. I always thought, like, I just didn't think drums were possible because I'd never seen a drum set before. Um, I just thought like you had to be like super rich,
Mm.
or like your dad had to be a drummer for
I
you to
read
play
that
drums.
before you got a drum set, you played drums on the Casio that you owned. Is that true?
Yeah, yeah. I remember I have a distinct memory of like
That's
watching
so
School of
dope.
Rock and playing along on the keyboard.
So
Yeah,
you
no, it
were
wasn't
you also
until,
were really inspired by School of Rock, huh?
oh, totally.
Like, do you
Yeah.
see the correlation in like musicians of today, like that saw School of Rock and the ones that didn't?
I have noticed that, yeah, I think some of my faves really share my love of School
Yeah,
of Rock. Like I saw Paul Castelluzzo for a while,
Paul, Elise Tro
his
as well, another cool drummer. Um,
yeah.
and fuck, dude, so many other drummers on the stream. Forrest Rice, Timbo, from Kino. all these like. I feel like it's great, dude. Um, so tell
It's
me what
just
happened.
like
Yeah, you watched School of Rock.
the yeah, I don't know. I was just watching it, and then I thought they were really cool, and I just love that movie. It wasn't until I played trumpet in band, and then um, there was a drum set in the band room, and I'd go and play it at like lunch. And I have another distinct memory of me playing the drums and my band director at the time walking in and being like, "Stick to the trumpet, Ryan." I
Oh,
just think that ever because now I don't even like I can barely get a sound out of the trumpet.
that's funny,
But
man.
yeah, start.
I was gonna
Go
say
ahead.
we both have some brass history. Yeah, I did the trombone for a long time in high school, and yeah,
See
all my
that.
friends would always, but they say the opposite. They'd always say, "Matt, stick to drums."
Did you play drums first or
Yeah,
trombone first?
drums first.
Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
they no, she did not at first support me, but she did later. She was great. Susan Bathing. Um,
Man, that's
but
bitchin'. What what
yeah,
what did
no,
uh what did like give that keyboard foundation give you as a musician that you know is it the practicing? Is it the not practicing? Is it the listening?
if I had to pick one of the things you just said, I'd say listening. Definitely not practicing.
Good.
Um,
Everyone out there,
but
just listen.
yeah, yeah. No, I'd say that, and just always taking an interest in like what's happening in the composition, um, rather than just like you know trying to play dank beats.
Right. Um, man. So I'm really like intrigued at your story. Let me look at my notes here. You grew up in Tallahassee, Florida. Is this correct?
I grew up in Key Largo, Florida. I
Key
went
Largo,
to
might be.
college in Tallahassee.
You're fired. No, see, I just fired that guy who got that one.
Damn, fired. Just like that.
Yeah, none of this mediocre research at the drum stream. Anyway, yeah. So then, um, this led you to go to FSU, and it says that like I've been reading and I got a lot about this from this. I believe it's called a Woo article,
Yeah.
and so when you got to FSU and you realized that drums were maybe the way, or was it post college? Like
I
what
mean,
led you to go
I
from
spent,
FSU to LA? I guess is the big thing, overarching question there.
uh, well, I took a trip to LA in 2015 just to visit with a band I was in at the time. Um, and yeah, I was just like, well, this is where people are making music, so I gotta be here. Um, actually, Pio, he was in the chat right now. He said,
Hey,
"Yo, Ryder, bye." He was in that band, and we went to LA together to
right
work on
on.
music. And then that's when I was like, "Well, LA is cool. I've never lived in a city before, so let's go there."
Damn.
Yo,
Yo,
Brand,
what up, Brandon?
Yo, what's up, guys?
How you doing?
Pretty good. Oh, we got the same shirt, Matt. What's good?
Oh, Minaret
bam.
Squad, yeah.
Let's go.
Well, cool. Brandon, this is Ryan. Ryan, this is Brandon. Ryan's
What's up?
a drummer, producer, all around cool guy. Um, and very happy to have him on the stream today. We were just talking about uh, what piano lessons gave, but also maybe we can get into a little bit of, since I know this is the drum stream, but it's really not often that we have someone like you that has like other producing skills as well. So um, this might be like jumping way further into the time stream here, but producing stuff for and with Dominic via Paul McCartney for this song. When I looked at your all songs, it says Paul McCartney. Like you worked with Paul McCartney. Like, can you unpack that for
Yeah,
us?
I did not. I'll just say it flat out. I did not meet Paul McCartney.
But you got his
But
blessing from the song.
yeah,
Okay, that's working
I
with
got
you.
his blessing.
That's totally working with you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I was in the studio with Dominic. We were working on something else, and and then he's just like, "Dude, I forgot. Paul McCartney sent me his album." And I was like, "What? No, he didn't." He's like, "Yeah, he did. Here it is." And he played some songs, and I was like, "Damn, that's crazy." He's like, "Yeah, he wants me to like remake one of his songs." And I was like, "Damn, that's sick, dude. Good for you, man. That's awesome." And then
Mm-hmm.
we kept working on something else. Then a month later, he called me up and was like, "Yo, I'm working on the song." I came in and we just like Dom had recorded like a guitar part and recorded Paul McCartney's like hook part, and then we just went in and like wrote new verses, kind of restructured. Uh, it's not really a cover. We kind of just like re took some of the bones of it and like
Yeah,
made a new song. Um,
good bones are good bones,
and
you
then
know.
yeah, it ended up good bones. Yeah, it doesn't get much better than Paul McCartney. So
Yeah,
you know, he made it
I
easy.
mean, what an accolade! What a um, how has that panned out? Like, oh, and just to answer this in the chat, this there might be a voice changer on there. Not a voice changer. Sorry, my computer runs like at top capacity, so it's just trying to process everything and everything and everything and everything, which is why we all might sound a little low or a little high, depending on where you are. But it's nice to experience
Nah,
this.
Pio, my voice. This is how I sound now, dude. You need to call me more.
Oh, put on blast on the stream. Well, very cool. Like I don't know. You try to do as much like stuff as you can, but finding out like that Paul McCartney thing, super sick, super tight. Um, so cool. So maybe let's unpack a little of this illustrious individual, Dominic Fike, and how'd you guys meet? Um, and what's it been like getting back on the road? I'm assuming you just mentioned earlier you've been playing some shows. So where have you been playing? And yeah, how'd you guys meet? In whichever order you
Yeah,
find fit.
yeah. I met Dom via my friend Julian Cruz, who's a producer from Tallahassee. Um, well, I met him in Tallahassee. He's from Tampa, but we met at school. Julian ran a studio in town and was pretty much like the go-to studio engineer slash producer who would work with like bands and rappers in the area. And he and I just got to be friends through Pio actually. Um, and
Right on, Po.
he had Julian had mixed like some of my first productions. I had recorded some drums for him for just like random things. And anyway, fast forward, you know, to 2019, 20, yeah, late 2018. Um, Julian hit me up and was like, "Hey, I've been working with this kid Dominic. You should meet him because he's probably going to start performing soon." He had just signed a deal, and then yeah, we met at some rehearsal studio in Frogtown or Atwater, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I just started playing with him.
Right on.
Um, he was he hadn't performed much before, so I had played like some of his not his first two shows, but his third show. I think it was his third show ever.
Uh huh.
Um, 2019, and then we did a tour that year, and we kind of started working together like creatively. I mean, he knew I was a producer and songwriter, and like I never wanted to insert myself, just because he had a lot going on,
Mm-hmm.
obviously. But it just kind of happened naturally over quarantine. We just started making beats together.
That's great.
He would send me like back in like May of 2020, before anyone was even brave enough to meet up with anyone. He would just like send me guitar riffs, and we just like send stuff back and
Mm.
forth. And then Um, yeah, and so still playing with him, still working with him. We're working on his second album right now,
Right on. I was just
and
gonna ask, like, what's coming down the pike with that? The Fike Pike.
what's coming down the pike with Fike?
Yeah, I'm sure
He's
that's
just
never a
he.
joke.
No, actually, I've never heard that
Oh,
before.
all right.
But yeah, he's just working, man. He writes so much music all the time, and I think there'll be something soon.
That's very
Don't know
cool.
what it's gonna look like, but yeah, we've started playing. We did some like live streams over quarantine, but we did Firefly Festival in Dover, and we did Gov Ball in New York last weekend, and we have a couple college shows here and there,
Uh huh.
and then we're playing Shaky Knees Festival in Atlanta on the 22nd of this month, and then that's all we have booked for this year. There's no tour
Mm-hmm.
this year,
A
probably
lot of
next year.
fly dates.
Yeah, all fly dates. I mean, he's in a show called Euphoria. Um, that's like a I've never seen it, but it's a pretty big show, so that like takes up a lot of the time right now. But
Right.
so yeah, no tour until next year.
Right. Um, Po, man, thank you. My birthday was yesterday. Very nice. I still have that thing up. My wife put that up yesterday. Surprised me right in the morning. It was so cool. Kind of like it as a backdrop for today though. So yeah, man. I mean, I love it when like-minded people, as you and Dom and kind of get together and kind of make the story happen. When I've seen some of the videos, you mostly tour as a trio, but on Corden I think you had five or four. Is that right? And maybe the overarching thing for me is like, in what capacity are you acting in this band other than just producer drummer or like MD or what?
I am not the MD. Right now, actually, I don't know if you know the bass player Sam Wilkes. Um,
Yes.
Sick.
yeah, he's our MD right now.
Hell yeah.
Amazing.
Shout out Sam.
He really knows. Yeah, shout out Sam.
Because I've seen
He's
a lot of videos with Sean.
yeah. Well, no,
So
Sam is
bash.
not playing bass.
Oh, I get
Yeah,
it.
Sean is still playing bass. Sean Sobash. Yeah. Um,
Shout out Sean. Ooh,
Sean, dude.
Sean Daddy.
Um, Sean
He's
Dad.
probably on the
Yes,
golf course right now. Probably.
he probably
Or
is
playing
just
poker right now.
wrecking people's lives. Yeah, as he does. Um, no, in the band, yeah, I just play drums and sometimes keys.
Cool.
But yeah, just drummer, hitting the drums, hitting the SPD.
Hell yeah.
That
Was it it was you that had a little trouble with packing the SPD through airport security, right?
well, I had never traveled with one before, so I
Uh-huh.
reached out to my friends, and
What'd you find out?
basically, you can carry it on if you have a case that's small enough. I ended up actually Sean lent me this Pelican case that's like a little bigger, so I check it, but it's cool because then I throw like my stick bag in there, tambourine, shaker, like various. I just throw all my anything I need on stage
All your
goes in that
goodies.
case.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very cool.
yeah,
Little torn trip tip right there. Very nice.
yeah.
Um Oh, we got a question in the chat here. Nowadays, when you aren't bussing it down working, in what ways do you find or spend time for yourself?
Kim with the potent questions.
Kim Broccoli
Um,
asking it how it
Kim,
is.
uh, when I'm not bussing it down, uh, I don't. Yeah, I when I take time off, I just kind of do nothing. Like, and what that actually looks like for me is I'll wake up, I'll probably run. I like to run and eat some food. I like to read. I read and I run. I don't really have any hobbies. I don't like play any sports. I don't follow sports either. I don't watch
You don't rock any
football
video
or anything.
games.
Well, recently my roommate got an
Uh-oh.
Xbox, so I
Uh-oh.
have been playing
Oh.
GTA. What an incredibly violent game! I recommend no one play it. It's probably terrible for your brain. I literally like you go on and you just like shoot five people and then like run from the cops and then you just do it over and over again. So that I don't recommend that. That's
There.
not a good way to yourself.
Yeah,
But
don't do that, y'all. We do
yeah,
not recommend that.
yeah. But yeah, I think just I mean, I try to be healthy, so I eat good food and run and read, feed my brain, feed my body.
Mhm.
That's pretty much it.
Very cool. Um,
Yeah.
I read that your production life started on a 8-track when you got it in like middle school.
Yeah.
So, do
Yeah.
you still have any of those around, or do you still rock this 8-track? And like,
Dude,
what was it like to
I
be the
have
dude in like seventh grade that like the bands came up to and was like, "Yo, can you record it?" That had to be some ballin' shit.
no, it I wouldn't yeah, ballin is a word. For what it was. Yeah, I would I would record my bands. Like I was always in a band um
Mhm.
high school and what I did was because it was just an 8-track Tascam. It has two quarter-inch inputs, but I had a PA system that my bands would use. So we'd all like I'd mix it down in the PA mixer,
Yeah.
which was like a 16 channel Behringer mixer,
Uh huh.
and then take two like left and right stereo out into the Tascam, and usually do like drums first, and then yeah, just like kind of hack the multi-track method that way. Um,
That's dope.
and yeah, I got that when I was like in seventh or eighth grade. That was like my
I'll be
first.
back, guys. I'll be right back.
Do your
Was
thing.
was that a
Um,
was that a gift or was that a find? Oh, thank you.
um, nice, PO. That was a gift from my dad. He
So
got that
cool.
for me.
So did your parents see at a young age that like, oh man, like musician, let's get him. I mean, what in like that's cool, man. I don't know anyone that my
They,
dad's a musician. He didn't
they
give me an 8
support.
track.
Yeah,
What's
no,
smart
they
parents?
supported the hell out of me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they were into it. Um,
What,
nah, I'm super grateful.
what,
They
what were the bands in high school you
we
played?
we didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Um,
My
man,
bad.
I was in. It was like a different. It's all good. Story was over. It's a different band every year because the singer would always graduate, so and no one else wanted to sing.
That's
So
hilarious, dude.
freshman year was a progressive metal band called
Hmm.
Inside the Mind of. Um,
Dude, these are
like
hot takes. We're writing these down.
I played double bass and everything, dude.
Hell yeah. What was your
Very
double kick
very
pedal?
like, huh?
What was your double kick pedal?
It was the Iron Cobra.
Ooh, classic.
I still have the same. I still have it. Like I don't have the double attachment, but I have the main pedal, and that's the pedal I use.
Killing. Yeah, yeah.
But that was yeah, that was freshman. Uh, Sophomore was a ska band I played bass in called the Birthday Gang, and when we played at school, they couldn't say gang on they would call us the Birthday Club Band.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
Junior year and senior year was an alt rock band called Men of Leisure that I played drums in. And then I also played into college. I also played with uh, what Kristen just mentioned,
The Aviators.
Leah and the Aviators, which I played drums at first and then I switched to bass.
Are these all
Um,
Florida bands?
all Florida bands, yeah. And
That's
then
dope.
you brought up, I saw, well, I don't want to skip ahead, but you mentioned Bryson. In
Yeah.
college, I played with Ecology,
Ecology. Mm-hmm.
fun, like kind of a fusion band that Bryson was in.
So cool. It sounds like did you play like so did you play in band or did you play in or was it all just in bands too?
Both. I was in concert band and
Mm,
marching band.
very cool.
Yeah, I was like drum captain and everything for 2 years.
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
just played snare drum all 4 years.
What's up? What's up,
Um,
drumline? You. Yeah.
I definitely, I feel like I was way better at drums then, honestly. Like
Oh sure.
my, I could definitely play like faster, you know?
Uh huh.
I can't play that fast anymore as I
Right.
could when I was just shredding, for hours a day with big ass marching sticks. Now I'm like a weakling compared to my old self.
What sticks are you rocking these days?
With Dom, I play, and then I say with Dom, just any like club shows or like bigger shows, I play heavier sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Play right now. I play these Benny Greb signature sticks.
Ooh.
Um, I love Benny Greb. I'm not like the biggest follower of him, but I just found these sticks and I just get a pair of sticks and I use the same pair of sticks for like 3 years. So
Sure.
I'm not,
Kind of goes in
um,
waves.
yeah,
Did
but
you have
those,
Did you have a ride stick phase?
the Peter Erskine ride stick.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, of course.
Woo! I love it,
That's
dude.
yeah. If I'm playing like a small room or jazz, I'll probably play, yeah, one of the Erskine sticks or
Like the
some of
AJ
the,
two or AJ four or whatever.
yeah. I never really played the AJs actually.
Yeah.
I played I in college I was big into the SD2 Boleros.
Oh.
I think I saw that like Brian Blade use them and I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. Hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna and they sound really good on cymbals, but they're just kind of weirdly sized.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, the have you played the innovative percussion Marcus Gilmore signature sticks?
No, I have their like vintage series sticks or like their jazz stick. My friend is on innovative, right? And
Yeah,
no, but I should. I just ordered the Carter McLean stick. I have a student who is rocking those, and it's
nice.
pretty cool. But no, tell me about the Marcus stick.
Dude, it's just like it's probably my favorite stick ever. It's just a little too it's a little too small for I never like broke sticks until I started playing like with Dom, really. Just because you're just like playing bigger rooms and hitting. I
Yeah,
find myself hitting harder for
totally.
maybe no good, but it's what I do. So I break.
That's great. Um, while we're on gear, why don't you give us like a rundown of your setup, your gigging rig,
Um,
your gig rig.
well, my gig rig is pretty much always backlined. So it's not super consistent, but right now I'm playing CNC drums. Um,
Hell yeah.
and uh, usually pretty much always a 22-inch kick, a 14 by 6.5 snare, um, and I think a 13 and a 16, sometimes a 12 and a 16, depending on what the backline company offers. But
Right.
um, either CNC or DW. Um, Typically, it seems like backline companies in America have the player date series a lot, CNC, and then DW collectors series is like the go-to.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Do you tour with
but
cymbals?
no, I rent those too, dude. We're running a pack light.
That's cool.
But usually, yeah, maybe I should just tell you what I own because
Sure. Yeah.
a little
Give
more
us
consistent.
the goods. We said POS. This is the sauce we've been waiting for.
This is the
I
sauce,
agree.
dude. I right now only own one drum kit, and it is a Ludwig Classic Maple, and it's the one I use in the studio the most. Um, Ludwig Classic Maple, Champagne Sparkle, very
Ooh,
classy.
that's my favorite color.
Yeah, yeah, um, yeah. Champagne is your favorite color. You're a bougie,
I
a
like that
bougie boy.
sparkle, dude. That salmon sparkle color. You know,
Yeah,
like not pink, not orange. It's
yeah,
fucking
it's great.
champagne. Ooh,
Yeah,
Hmm.
not
and
gold.
baby. Yeah,
Although
no
gold
that.
Gretches look really good too. Gold Sparkle.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, they just don't make sparkles like they used to.
You have to buy the wrap.
Do you rewrap your drums?
No, but if I were
No.
to get sometimes I go on the internet late at night, you guys, and I price out what would it be to build a whole kit, a whole fucking thing, ground up, lugs, hoops, everything, and I always find myself going to like the rap websites. It's like the
Yeah.
same websites that like print credit cards too. Like they have all this
Really?
weird rap. Yeah, you have to like you just go on a rogue Google search of like drum raps and you'll find some weird shit. But yeah, they make just like thick glitter shit like or like I've been on the hunt for my favorite rap of the like the new age kits has been this Gretsch Satin Flame. It's like a purple,
Mm,
blue kind of like galaxy esque
mm.
purple kit. I don't know. It's kind of tight.
And that's a newer rap?
Yeah, it's like a play on the old like flame drum kits. Like this like do you know what I'm talking about? They if like you have light on them, they kind of have these like S like light
Yeah.
refractions
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah, satin flame kits are sick. Thank you, validated.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yep. Yeah, she got you, dude.
I think Gretsch's USA Custom is they have those on
Mm-hmm.
Or the Brooklyn. I'm not sure, but I don't know.
USA Custom.
My guy coming in clutch. Yo,
Thank you. Yeah. I haven't shopped for drums really in so long. I think I am looking at getting a new kit though, but probably an old. I
for
really want to
vintage.
get like an old Ludwig or a Rogers or I played a Slingerland in high school. My dad's friend who worked at the hardware store who like quit playing drums. He's like 50 or something. He had this old Slingerland kit from I think like the 70s.
Hmm.
Um, it wasn't like the most sought after era of Slingerlands, um, but it was sick, dude. I loved that kit so much. It was like kind of a shallow bass drum. It was like 22 inches in diameter, and I don't know the depth, but I love that kit so much, man. And it got destroyed in a hurricane,
Damn.
unfortunately. Right when
Oh,
I
Fuck.
right when I moved to LA in August of 2017, that's when Hurricane Irma hit and my house flooded and that kit got like totally destroyed.
Dang,
Um,
dude.
but that honestly, I was talking to Jacob from CNC and if I were to get a custom kit, I'd basically try to just recreate my high school kit. Um, but
What color would you get?
yeah,
What
it
wrap
was
would you
like,
get? Champagne?
it was like that black oyster vibe. You know what I'm
Okay.
talking about?
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
The Ringo kit,
Kind of.
but
Yeah.
black, not blue.
Like
Yes.
Black Oyster Ludwig
It was
or
yeah,
Slingerland.
Slingerland. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of more like a chessboard with, right? Like a
Yeah.
consistency, like really small, freckled, kind of like.
No, it wasn't freckled. It was like, man, I think it's called oyster. Let me look
I'm
this
gonna
up
look it
actually.
up too.
Um, I would probably get that. I've also always been a fan of the vintage green sparkle, which I
Yeah.
saw. Dude, there's this. Are you in LA or are you in San Diego?
I'm in Long Beach.
Oh, Long Beach. Word. There's this shop right. I just moved to Studio City. There's a shop like right next to my house called like maybe Valley Music or something, and they have a really sick
Mm-hmm.
Rogers kit. I think it's from the '60s, and it's green sparkle. It's like the green sparkle that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, peace,
Yo,
guys.
yeah,
Thanks for
peace, you
tuning.
guys.
Um, love you guys. Um, it's just like the best green sparkle ever, and 20-inch bass drum. I think I'm looking to get a 20-inch. I've never owned a 20-inch, and all the like studio guys I talk to, they're just like, dude, 20-inch is the way, man. It's like the most versatile. Um, so that's probably what I'm looking at getting.
Right on. I had a, I had it. a 20 by 22 kick drum. So longer. It was 22 inches
Whoa,
long by 20 inches. It was a cannon, bro. Really,
that's
really.
a big boy.
It was
That's
a
a really big boy.
it was a big boy. Truth be told, I wanted to get a 22 by 20 bass drum, but I flipped the measurements and SJC didn't say anything different. They're like, "Oh, cool, it's gonna be a sick bass drum."
Dude, SJC would they'd be the last to tell you how weird your design is. They'd be like, "Fuck yeah, dude." That
So
is a
when I got it, I was like, "Oh, fuck." Well, still looks tight. It was man, yeah. I didn't have to pay for that kit either, which was cool. So
damn. Are you still with SJC?
actually, the band that I was in paid for that kit. I just got to design it, which was bitching.
Got you, got you.
It was
Yeah, I
yeah, it was dope.
when we toured the US, I got a DW kit that Dom got for me, which was really nice. Pretty standard. It wasn't like a custom series. It was like the performance series, but I still use it from time to time. 22-inch bass drum. I don't know the depth. Um, Matte black,
Mm-hmm.
pretty tight.
Very tight. Very
Um,
tight.
So Matt, I'm gonna get some new CNC stuff. Oh, I didn't tell you. But do y'all know Salami Rose?
no.
Salami
Uh-uh.
Rose? She's on Brain Feeder. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going on tour with her next year. Well, on the
Hell
Home
yeah.
Oh,
Shake
great.
tour.
Way to
Hell
go,
yeah,
dude. With Home
dude.
Shake?
That's sick.
And yeah,
Cool. I
so
like
we'll be
that band.
opening up for Home Shake.
That's
And
dope.
Yeah,
and
I know.
I'm gonna get I have a lavender kit from CNC already, but I'm gonna get like the bigger bass drum with the tom mount to match,
Mm-hmm.
so I can just like some quick shit. Cause I like putting the rack tom on the right instead of the left now.
Damn,
Right.
that's a power
Yeah,
move. I've never done that. I've never actually tried that.
it's really chill.
You can go really quick,
It's
dude.
like
It's fun.
it's like instead of and then you could put in the stack on the left instead of the rack tom
Yeah.
real close.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just feel like when I do fills and stuff, I could just play gnarlier, way easier. And like, yeah. Do y'all know Mike Mitchell?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
I
personally, but I know of
I
him.
I'm actually I'm trying to see what kid I'm gonna play. I don't know if I want to play my scenes because I'm opening up for him this Saturday in Dallas,
Whoa.
and
Fire. With the same artist or
Are you
different
backlining
artists?
him too?
I'm no, we're gonna use our own kits.
Okay.
Just because we both hit too hard, we don't want to be liable for shit.
There you go.
That was the conversation. But in a good way, I'm gonna bring. I think I'm gonna do like a DW Collector's bass drum, and then my CNC toms and snare. But I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know if that's gonna be it, or I was thinking of getting like just because I really want to be on the rack tom on the right shit. I don't know. I have these Gretsch toms. I could get like borrow a Gretsch bass drum with a rack mount or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
So you're gonna fly with your toms?
No, no, no. I'm in Texas. I'm in
Oh,
Austin.
word.
In Dallas. I'm gonna drive.
Got you.
So yeah. So yeah. So like
Yeah,
uh,
I like the rack tom on the right idea. If I did that, I'm always trying to find a better place to put the SPD. And I feel like
mm,
right there would be sick. I don't really use it that much with Dom. Um, but
SPD the sample pad, right?
yeah, the
I
rolling.
saw this dude I saw Kiefer the other day, and the dudes that opened up for Kiefer, he had like A&F drums, Matt,
Oh,
and
those
a
metal
small
ones.
shallow bass.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? He had a small shallow bass drum, but he had this custom mount that he'd had on top of the bass drum that was specifically for SPD.
Yeah. No,
So
people get creative with it.
That's dope.
I've even seen people, and I've done it before, where I just stick it in the bass drum,
mhm.
the tom mount. Um,
Maybe you could design a bass drum with like two tom mounts and like an SPD mount and a rack mount. That'd be kind
I
of bitchin'.
saw the dude that plays with Glass Animals, because they played after us at Firefly. He had a pretty. It was just like a standard like cymbal. Like when you mount a cymbal off of a cymbal stand, it was like that, and he had his ride up a little higher, and then the SPD kind of like directly over the bass drum, maybe a little bit to the right.
Yeah.
Pretty nice and tight. I with Dom, the first iteration of the band was just supposed to be super raw, and like we barely were using any playback. I didn't use the SPD. So the look has always we've tried to keep it like just a rock band. So I don't try to glorify the SPD too much. Plus, like I said, I really don't hit it that much.
Are you using
Um,
it for like claps or and like
Claps. One song I do like trigger like background vocals with it.
okay.
Um,
Are you just queuing
and
a backing track or are you queuing vocals like at will?
I don't I don't cue. It's only that one song. I it's a vocal one shot.
Cool. Okay.
I don't cue playback. We have a playback engineer um,
Bless
who
them.
does that. Yeah, bless them. No, I
Yeah.
don't got
what
this.
what project do you play?
This is with Dominic Fike.
Okay, no.
He's a pop artist boy. Um,
That's crazy.
but yeah, claps. I have a kick sound that I use. It's like a club
Do you use the
kick.
triggers that come along to like or do they have sound replacement on tour for you um or are you just rocking
I'm
the
not using anything. I'm just rocking acoustic.
cool?
I probably will add a kick trigger,
Because there's those ones you
just
can
to like,
plug into the SPD and just send front of house. It's really easy.
yeah, yeah. And I have one. I just haven't used it with him yet. But because we've kind of, like I said, the first tour was like super raw, and that was kind of the aesthetic they were going for.
Yeah.
And now we're finally starting to kind of build out that all the playback elements. So I'm
Gotcha.
excited to get into more of that stuff.
Yeah.
Probably an acoustic kick trigger, maybe an acoustic snare trigger, just to like layer in some of the sounds from the records. But basically, I used to play two snares. Personally, I just hate playing with two snares. I think I just don't like how it looks for me, and I don't really like playing it either. So I have one snare, and then I just throw a big fat snare on it for like half the songs. There's kind of like a cranked vibe and then kind of a fat vibe, and those get me through the night.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beats that you're playing with Dominic, they're so like just fucking locked. They're very um I should say maybe just minimalistic, but like just groove completely built from groove up, like so I could see how that could be cool.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, just trying to play as little as possible.
Got a visitor.
But what's your dog's name?
This is the star of the show. This is Marlon. He's been kicking it back here.
Hey, Marlon.
Picture here. Yeah, Marlon the puppy. He's doing good. So something I thought was cool was that I was gonna ask you, what does having a manager as a drummer mean, or an artist, and like name drop that manager, and what, because like I don't have a manager. I don't think Brandon has a manager. I know a lot of people that do have managers, and I think growing up, I've thought of managers in this like punk, like, we don't need a manager kind of thing. But I've also never been, um, I've never actively looked for a manager, but I've also don't know the capacity in which the manager perform because obviously they work in your interests. So maybe can you? This is our educational portion of the drum stream, obviously. That can you explain how your manager and how you chose your manager and what's it like having a manager?
Having a manager is dope. They do a lot of work for me, and then they take a lot of my money, but they deserve it because they do a lot of work. I would say, I mean, to be clear, my manager focuses only on songwriting and production. They're not like booking me drum gigs, nor do they take a commission of my drum gigs. So as I can't really speak to what a manager would do for a only a live player.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I feel like maybe you'd want sort of an agent instead, like someone who just like finds auditions, and then maybe takes a cut. But I don't.
Hmm.
I mean, I've talked to Sean about this. Like, I don't really know many people who just play live or
Yeah.
sessions and have managers because, yeah, it's someone else you have to give money to. But for me, uh, yeah, my managers are Alex Valenti and Matt Steger, two
Mm.
managers. I met them through, um, well, Alex has managed my friend and writing partner, Gabe Reality, who's a songwriter,
Mm-hmm.
for a couple of years. And then they also manage this band I I work with, Peachtree Rascals, and I was just dealing a lot with Alex. And then one day she was like, "You want to just work together?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's give it a shot." So
Mm.
um, they just started, before we signed any agreement or anything, they just started sending me sessions, um, setting me up with meetings with publishers and different A&Rs and stuff, and they just did the work, and we vibed, and
Mm.
it was a clear choice. I was really only talking to one other management company at the time, and yeah, I just had more of a chemistry with Alex and Matt.
Right on.
Um,
What
so
if you're comfortable giving it? What's the typical split that a manager takes from let's say you book a session, you know, if they're looking for
yeah,
you to come in and
um,
produce a session.
yeah, 20% is what I give my managers.
Okay.
I've heard, I mean, 20 is pretty standard. I've heard as low as like 10, but only from like older people.
Well, if
20,
10%
50,
of 25K is that's a good thing. If they're getting you bigger gigs,
yeah,
typically a bigger gig, less percentage you want to give away, right?
yeah. No, 20 seems pretty standard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that seems like
Very cool.
pretty much. I mean, yeah, as far as looking for a manager, I think it, I didn't seek them out. They kind of sought me, but then I realized, oh, I need a manager. This is a mutual thing.
Yeah.
I think if you go out, I would say this, especially, I mean, it's probably better to have no manager than to have a shitty manager because you're just giving this person money. And unless if they're like, my managers are fucking ballers. Like, they are aggressive. They are a fan of what I do. And they go out and they are my champions. They go out and like fight for me.
Yeah.
And they brought me a lot of work. They got me in a publishing deal. Um, they they really help manage my calendar, which is sometimes a very stressful thing for me personally. So um, they're amazing, and I've heard of other people who uh, they're like, yeah, I don't even talk to my managers. I don't know what they're doing. Blah blah blah. I've heard horror stories. So it's better to just be a self starter, and I think actually being a self starter is a prerequisite to even getting management, unless if you're just so dope that you put out a song, or you play one drum solo that just rocks the world, and then man come
The
flocking.
drum solo heard around the world.
Yeah,
Brian
exactly.
Reigns.
I've yet
Ah!
I've yet to play that drum solo, but
It's coming. I know. It,
it's
we,
coming,
we're
dude. This Ringo
you heard it.
Starr,
You heard it here.
jam,
Ringo
that's
Starr.
that's my place.
Yeah.
Just just
Hopefully
ruin
come
that
together.
jam session. Yeah, ruin that jam session and just play. One dude just plays a drum
You
solo.
could be like Nick Cannon at his first drum battle on Drumline.
Yup.
He just goes up and takes the stage. Yeah. I could.
Flipping
That's the
this.
moment we all live for, dude.
Yeah,
That was me on
it's
the couch, bro, playing every drum line cadence while you were on your Casio rocking to School of Rock, bro.
yeah. Choose your fighter.
Right, for real.
Yeah.
Jesus. Um, man, I love where this is going. I love all our uniform fit here. It's actually kind of nice. The white across the like everyone's just wearing a white shirt. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I need to get whatever y'all have printed on your shirt on my
Yeah, dude.
plain white shirt.
If you don't know about Minaret, dude, you should drop them a follow. Minaret Records out here doing
I'll
a
do it
good
right
jazz,
now.
good jazz label, based out of Santa
Nice.
Ana. Yusuf and Dakota, rocking it.
Well, if they're anywhere near as cool as their T-shirt, then you know
They're pretty cool.
I'm in.
Did you see that
The
new
T-shirt
T-shirt, Brandon?
The cartoon one?
Yeah,
Yeah, that one's sick.
I was bummed. I hit up Yusuf and he said show only. I'm like, damn, wanted to buy one. Like, he only made 25. Limited run. They have demand. Also,
That
Brandon's
show is
band is
big.
on Minaret too. That show was stacked.
Yeah.
So Ryan, maybe let's see after that. When I was reading some more of this article on you, you had this quote that kind of captured me, and you said you say quote, I lean into my instincts as an improviser. Um, could you unpack that for us a little bit? What does that mean to you?
Uh, yeah. I was talking about like writing and producing and stuff. Oh, dude, thank you so much. Wow. My lovely roommate Grant just made me a.
Fresh
You know
pop.
Grant played with Coco Columbia.
Oh, hey Grant.
Yeah, he's my roommate. Dude. He
What
just
up,
made me a
dude?
freaking
Yo,
latte,
what's
dude.
poppin'?
Oh, shout out Grant. You.
Hopefully it's a good latte.
Grant
Dude, it's-
shreds, dude. Low key.
Grant,
Fucking
Grant,
shredder,
dude.
dude.
That's why we call him Grant Slayer,
That's
dude.
right. He's writing crazy
Yeah,
parts. Crazy guitars.
you sounded like him right there. Um. Anyways, back to me.
Yeah, let's get to the real story here.
No, I think I really never have a plan, and I just like I trust myself to kind of like land on my legs, like whether it's in writing a song with someone I've never met before, or playing. It's like, just when you're playing like jazz, like when you're improvising with people, you just have to kind of, it's like that rule of improv acting, like always be saying yes. I think you just always got to be saying yes in life too. I mean, yes to the moment, yes to like your first instinct.
Got it.
It's like I think it's an Arthur Russell quote. First thought, best thought has been like my mantra, and how I try to stay like out of too much self-doubt.
Very cool. Yeah, I like it. On the other side, which is funny, I had a teacher that would often tell me to play my second idea as an exercise to like don't go with your first idea.
I like that though.
Play the second idea. I think it was from a strictly improvisatory like line, not from like your first idea of like buying a car is better than your second idea of not buying a car or something.
Right. No, but I like that I just like that it's a framework.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's a framework for trusting yourself. Still, it's
Mm.
not like I think especially when I was like first started school, like playing jazz in college, I was like so hyper aware of like yeah, you're so worried about being good and so worried about like learning the music and playing
Right.
it correctly that you're trying to play, you're almost trying to play things that you don't even know, and
Mm.
then you just get caught up in your head and you don't even have fun, and no one else has fun either usually.
I like that, man. Um, very cool. Let me look at my notes here. Uh, oh, this is a throwaway question, but how do you prepare for a tour? What's something that you like to do, even if it's a preparing for a tour that you know all the music to, or that you don't know all the music to?
uh Probably the first thing is to just eat really good food, because I know when I go and travel, I'm gonna eat total garbage. Like I'm gonna drink beer. I'm going to like eat
Gas station
barbecue.
donuts.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like before that, I'm just eating spinach only. I'm like kind of joking, but it's definitely something I'm aware of. Like the tour with Dominic, I see pictures of me from that tour, and I'm like, damn, I definitely was fatter at that point.
Mm.
Um, that's one thing. Um, I think, I
What about
mean,
musically?
musically, I think I, even if I know the music, there's just always, you can always get deeper with it, like, um, I just,
Do you like
yeah,
immerse
not just
yourself in the music for a while? Like, how would you get ready
yeah.
for a set of maybe? I can get a little more specific. Like a set of new songs. Someone says, "Okay, I got a 10 song set." Like, what's the first thing you do?
I think the first thing is I like doing like a stumble through. Um, like whether or not I know, even have heard, maybe I've heard, like I'm playing with my friend Baird. We have a couple of shows in November and we're starting to rehearse. He sent me the songs. I had heard like three of them. There's like 14 total or something.
Uh huh.
And I just put them on and played through them, because when you're playing through and making mistakes and learning forms and stuff, like you're making mental notes and adjustments, and then you know
Sure.
and then usually I'll do that, and then just listen to the music a lot, uh like in the car.
Make a bunch of
And
playlists, kind of thing.
yeah, exactly. And then kind of go more in detail.
Hmm.
And the cool thing about playing the SPD too, especially listening to all this, dealing with all this music that has so much programmed drums in it, when you're making notes of what sounds you need on the SPD, you're making very detailed notes about the arrangement as well. So it's like, okay, I know I'm going to ask for this clap sound. I'm going to ask for these trap hats.
Yeah.
Um, you're by making those decisions, you're like kind of mapping out the song, uh,
Right. Because you
in a
need that
very
sound for that song at that moment.
exactly,
Yeah.
in a very detail oriented mechanical way. So that's kind of nice too, to kind of like force like a
Hmm.
more structured knowledge of it.
I love it.
um
That's cool.
yeah, that's
That's
one thing.
that's like a little gold nugget there.
Yeah, especially because so much music now is programmed drums. Like
Uh huh.
you, you got to figure out how, you just have decisions to make about it. Am I going to cover it on the kit? Am I going to lay out? Is it going to be in the playback? Are
Mm-hmm.
we going to completely change the arrangement to approach the song differently? Like they're all decisions that are made within the ensemble that you can have opinions about in the practice room to bring to rehearsal, or to the gig or whatever.
Right. Right. Well, man, very cool. I love it. Um, I need to actually use the restroom for a little bit, Brandon, can you take over real quick?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll be
I'm
RB,
gonna
y'all.
I'm gonna really quickly go to the bathroom too, because I have to pee
Oh,
really.
in the moment with Brandon happens now. Okay, we'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Let's go. All right. Let's see who's in
Just
the.
kidding, dude. I'll chat with you until he gets back, and then I'll go.
You took one for the team. I appreciate
Yeah,
that. Holding the
can't leave
P
my
for
boy
the.
out here all alone, dude. No way.
I was ready. I was like, damn, who's in the comments? Say some dumb shit. Let's go. Damn.
So,
But
what's good, man? You feeling
nothing.
great?
I'm feeling just like, man, I've just been hit with a whirlwind again in life. But I mean, yeah, so many new things. I'm excited to finally share the stage with Mike Mitchell. That's crazy. I've never
That's
done that
huge, man.
before.
Congratulations.
Yeah, um, it's crazy. I'm gonna go on tour with Salami Rose, which is a big deal. And
When is that tour gonna start?
I think, well, she's gonna rehearse with us, and then she's gonna go on tour, and then we're gonna jump on the tour April 28th through the rest of May,
Cool.
through all of May.
Wow.
So I'm gonna be East Coast, West Coast, and in the middle,
Uh huh.
Midwest, and then we're actually playing in Vancouver, and I think we have two shows in Canada.
Cool. Make sure that
And I've never done.
passport's valid, dude.
Yeah, I've never.
Mine's gonna expire here soon.
Yeah, I'm getting mine right now.
Right on.
But yeah, I've never done that before. I've never been on a tour that big before. So, and I'm actually gonna go on tour with Juwal.
Ooh.
So I play with Juwal, and we're gonna be the backing band for her.
Right.
So
Very good.
that's
Sick.
that's all I'm. That's the only thing that's going on with me. And then the album comes out January 28th.
Medellin collection.
Yeah, and then I'm writing the new record already.
Hell
So
yeah. Well, I'm gonna take my little break here. I'll be right back, y'all.
okay.
Wait, I missed it. So who's the long tour with?
Salami Rose, Joe Lewis. She's like she's on Brain Feeder.
Yeah.
She's really cool. You should check her out. She's really nice too. We're gonna do like a US tour for like a month, and that's gonna be like East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, and then we're gonna do like two shows. I think one or two shows in Canada, and
Nice.
then yeah, I've never been on a tour that long, let alone at that level. So I'm excited.
That's
It's gonna
gonna be
be cool.
sick. What
Yeah,
what kind of what kind of venues are you playing?
we're playing like medium venues, nothing huge, like nothing huge, but like probably like we're probably gonna it's probably gonna vary from like 300 to like 1,000 heads, those type of venues.
Hmm.
So like or like 300 to like 2,000. I don't know how big they're gonna get, but pretty
Yeah,
much like
probably depending on like certain some shows might be really big, depending on where their fans are at.
I'm sure like at least it'll be like 300 heads on a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, I think that's what it's gonna be. But
Awesome.
I'm sure, like, I'm sure some. I mean, they're gonna be sold out shows. I mean, I know people love Home Shake.
Yeah, Home Shake is dope.
Yeah, so I'm excited because we're gonna be doing some fucked up shit on stage. Honestly, we're gonna be doing some crazy improv shit. Honestly, so I'm
Yeah.
ready.
Are there any like are you playing with tracks? Are you triggering stuff or like what's
No,
the
no, I'm gonna. This is straight like jazz mode. We're gonna we get the tunes. We're gonna arrange the tunes however it goes, and then we're gonna like basically like um it's gonna be like we basically have the form and the tune, and then we'll orchestrate it the way we want to, and then we'll leave room for solos and improv.
fire?
So it's gonna be like really like natural. It's not gonna be like we're not doing like clicks or anything. I don't really like playing clicks. I don't know. I don't like being in bands like that. But
But
yeah, it's gonna be totally like. I mean, I get clicks. Like if you're doing like the backing track shit and you're like on some like big scale shit, like I'm sure. Do you wear inner ears and shit?
yeah,
And do you have click and like all this stuff in your ear going off?
yeah.
And it's like,
Not not every song has tracks, but some of them do.
is it like high pressure?
Uh, I mean, not really. We've done like TV stuff. That definitely is like a little more high pressure. But even with TV stuff, you can do it again if you really fuck up.
Oh
They
yeah,
don't
yeah,
they don't
yeah.
say that, but I mean, if someone like if the singer just totally bombed, like they would let you do it again.
Oh,
But
what TV stuff have you done?
we did Fallon in 2019,
Oh,
and then we did that was the only live one. Then we did
is
James.
Fallon in California,
No, that's in New York.
New York?
Kimmel's in LA.
Kimmel's in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. I mean,
Two teams.
it's always weird, like, cause cause the way I do when I play in front of cameras, it's weird because it's like I'm always playing really technical music, so it's like, oh fuck, like, I, my fuck, like, you're thinking about solos, you're thinking about like the communication. You don't want to think about you. First, you're like, fuck the camera. You have to say like, fuck the camera. Like the camera's not there.
I think that's a good. Yeah, you have to just like kind of not give a shit and just do what you do. You have to kind of ignore the camera.
And the tours. How long are the tours that you go on? Like, what's that all about? What are they really long? Or like 3 weeks or a month, 2 months,
We
3 months?
only Dom only did one tour before lockdown. It was like 2 months, I think.
2 months. And that shit you said about like eating on the road is true, man. That shit, I've gained weight on the road. It sucks.
Dude, I mean, it's hard not to. You want to like explore, like when you're in New Orleans, like where you gonna eat like a salad, like
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna eat
But
beignets
when I
every
go
day.
when I
Dude.
go on
exactly.
when I go on tour next year, I'm gonna bring like a kettlebell and like do workout every day because I'm not gonna fucking gain weight again. Like I gain a bunch of weight again. Like it's like I lost 40 pounds this year, and
Damn.
then I like broke up with my girlfriend and then gained 20 back. So I'm just like on some like, dude, fuck this shit. Like I'm gonna like go hard and like lose weight again, and then like be really like adamant about like working, like, because I want to eat whatever I want, but I want to like work out really bad so like I don't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, you know, that's gonna be like a whole tip that I'm gonna be on. Like 2022 is gonna be crazy in terms of like discipline and like it's crazy because like it's like the first time where I'm just like, yo, like I really got to be on my single shit like until that tour, because like I've tried dating like while I'm on tour. It's bad, bro. It gets fucking lame. Like it gets weird. Like people get
It's tough,
upset.
man.
People get upset, and then, like I don't even like blame people. Like I get it. Like you don't want to be dating someone they're fucking gone for like a month. You're like,
Yeah.
where are you at? Type shit. And like I get it, but like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, this is my first big one, and I'm like, damn, I gotta be on my shit. You know what I'm saying? I want this to go well. And like, it's cool because she's like on the tip of like, oh, I want us to get really tight and like play this tour and get really tight on tour. That way, like we don't have to be on some rehearse shit. And then like I call y'all, we could do festivals and stuff. And like that's what
Yeah.
I really want to do. Like I want to start doing festivals. I want to play festivals. Like never done it, but I want to.
It's fun, man. I'm sure. I mean, it sounds like she's definitely on the trajectory to do that stuff. So it's
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah, she was talking about Matt. She was talking about jazz festivals in France and shit.
Oh hell yeah, La
Yeah.
France, dude.
Yeah,
Man,
I want to go.
France has got some great spots, man. Tous les Lambrard. However you say
Avignon.
Oh,
it.
Dad speaks a little French, huh?
None at all.
None.
I just know the
Oh.
name of that club.
Oh, okay.
I once said hello and I waved goodbye to our waiter when I went to France, and they just like gave
Damn.
me the most like snickering smile, and they're like, "Au revoir." It was French
Wow.
people were they I was all on my like they'll appreciate it if you use their language. But they just laugh at
Yeah,
you, dude.
I I felt that. Um, I felt that in Paris. Just like never have I felt more American than when I was in Paris. Like they're just like, dude, you are a literal piece of trash. And I
Right.
was like, dude, I will take it.
I'm
Mm.
just
I'll
gonna
take
speak
it.
Spanish when I go. I'm just be like, because I'm fluent in Spanish, so I'm just like, I'm not American. Yeah. So,
Dude, yeah, just
Why
stick with
don't you
that.
speak Spanish? Yeah. Did you get to Baby Goose 555 here? What's your favorite song, Ryan?
My favorite song right now is my favorite song right now is called "Without You" by Tobias Gesso Jr.
what's your
Um,
favorite song right now, Matt?
It's my go-to. Man, I've been rocking.
Mm,
It's gonna sound funny, but I've been rocking these Mbira records because I just got back from like a big
mm.
Mbira workshop, and there's this song called Bangitsa that I've been listening to just to get new variations and stuff.
Wait. Look at your phone. I'm gonna send you this real quick. You're gonna laugh.
check that out.
Yeah,
How do you
Bangitsa,
spell that?
Bangitza. Boom boom.
Get my
Mbira
message,
dance. Ooh.
Laraji. I've been blasting that whole album to go to sleep.
Laraji's fire.
Yeah,
Cool, dude.
Laraji. Yo, I'm glad you know about Laraji. Yeah, fuck yeah. Um, you know the story about Laraji?
No, hit me.
What's for it?
Um, Brian Eno found him on the street.
Damn.
Emperor was like, "Yo, I'm gonna produce your fucking record. This shit's gas." Because Laraji had put he was the first person to put a pickup on the zither,
Hmm.
and he would connect it to pedals, and like shit was crazy. I mean,
Damn.
like,
I did not know that.
This is cool, man.
play
Wow.
the first track on the album real quick. Just play the first, just real quick, like 2 seconds.
This one?
Being here now. Yeah, that stuff is good. Stuff is really good.
I like
Yeah,
it.
I'm actually gonna get my homie to put a pickup on a zither, and I'm gonna put a zither in my band for like certain points in the band
Hell yeah.
in this.
Hell
And
yeah.
then I'm getting a new. We were a quartet. We're gonna go quintet 2022. We're getting a new keyboardist, and then David, who plays keys, is gonna do Yui, some effects, and then zither.
What's the name of this band?
It's called Medellin Collection. My last name is Medellin, so it's just like the collection of like the homies that play with me and like so like,
Fire.
yeah, it's gonna
Check
be
it out.
cool. I was gonna ask you on the tour tip too, though. What kind of vehicles are you touring? Like, did you tour it, or what vehicle did you tour in the last time, like before quarantine?
With Dominic, we were in a bus, and
A bus? What kind of bus? Like charter bus type deal?
it was like a tour bus. It had bunks and shit.
Oh,
Um,
that's sick.
yeah, it was nice. Honestly, sleeping in a bunk is really comfortable. Um, but yeah, we were in a proper bus, and there was like 12 people. It was a full bus, but yeah, no, but I mean, I've toured in like my like with ecology, we would just crash on friends' couches and drive in
Hmm.
like SUV, you know.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah, bus is nice. You also might do like a sprinter van or like some kind of van, and then just do hotels or
Hmm.
wherever. Um, but I like the bus life. It's like I slept a lot on tour. I slept probably like 10 hours a day, like because you close the curtain and it's just so dark, like it's just pitch black and you have nothing else to do, so you just yeah, it's like sensory deprivation or something.
I'm just when I do get the on the bus, I'm just gonna blast Larage in the headphones and like make sure I don't wake up until I play.
Yeah, no, that's the way to do it.
Hell yeah.
And you have techs to like build the stage for you and all that.
I was setting up my own drums, but we have engineers who help, like set up everything else, but I
Mm.
still set up my own drums.
Oh, that's true. And like the on tour, did you have the drums like in the bus, like underneath in the storage unit? Is there like a storage unit in the bus?
We had a trailer
Oh,
attached to
true.
the bus.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
uh, yeah, what did we do? Yeah, we toured with the kit in the US, and then in Australia we just rented. We weren't in a bus in Australia, so we just backlined. And then in Europe we had a trailer as well. Um, but yeah, probably like if you're just doing the US or like within each country, it definitely makes more sense to like have your kit rather than rent every night, depending on how many shows it is, because backlining is can be expensive. And it's nice to play your own shit.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Hey guys, I want to interrupt here. Just to kind of keep us honest here. I have to leave at 1:30 today.
Word.
Okay. No
So
worries.
I want to start rapping, but I want to give a big thanks to Ryan and a thanks to Brandon for always bringing it here in the drum stream. Um, Big thanks to Marlon for being my co-pilot back here.
Yeah.
Hey.
And before we leave, let's all say one positive thing out into the universe here. You go first, Brandon.
Um. Everyone, keep your head up. Don't let anybody stop you from anything.
Yeah.
Damn right,
What
dude.
up, Ryan? Your turn.
Man, I'm just so grateful to be on this. I've never done anything like this. So in the company of such great musicians. So I'm fired up for the rest of my day. I'm gonna take this energy and just freaking slaughter.
Woo!
Yo.
Yeah, get it.
Yeah,
Get it, boy.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'm just gonna tell everyone out there, stay cool in their mind and in their body. If you're hot, go to the shade. Okay. And
Word.
if you're driving, make sure you take your car. Okay. So
Yeah.
everyone, much love out there. Thank you so much. Drum stream next week with Christian Orozco and some more fun stuff. So thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. And
All right.
if you're not
Peace.
subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. All right. Okay. See you later.
Love you guys.